Hello everyone, we warmly welcome you all to our special program brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. I am your host Vatika Singh. Indian Achievers Award is an honor that celebrates the people who went extraordinary to effectuate their aspirations and ideas. In this series, we emphasize not only on the struggles and achievements of the people, but also on the social contributions they made to their native land, India. Before introducing you all to our one such achiever, let's take a look at the small AV.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Mr. Rammohan Bhave holds a CA, CMA, CS, LLB, IFRS from London. He is a Limca record holder in 2011. He has also won the EdTech Entrepreneur Award in 2022. Since the past 13 years, he has been training and consulting in IFRS and business valuation. He has over 30 years of industry experience, including Mukesh Ambani Reliance, Mittal Group at London, and FoundSoft USA as CFO and director. He has given 3,000 lectures so far to students in 31 countries and 131 cities. He has helped huge number of professionals to get employment during COVID and otherwise mentored to thousands of professionals. Hello sir, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
Alright sir, so before entering into the questions, tell us something about you and your professional journey.
Myself Rammohan Bhave, and as far as I'm concerned, as of now, I will call myself as a consultant, passionate faculty, aid tech entrepreneur, and startup and strategy advisor. I have spent 30 years in industrial career, including Fortune 500 companies with Mukesh Ambani in Reliance, with Lakshmi Mittal in London, and some part in USA also. Currently settled at Mumbai, but a globetrotter. So, in short, we give trainings and consulting on IFRS, Ind-AS, valuation, mergers, acquisition, startup. Obviously, basically, I'm a chartered accountant to start with, cost accountant, and company secretary. Apart from being a lawyer, yeah, Vatika.
Yes sir, that would be fine. Moving ahead. Alright sir, so moving ahead, I'm really keen to know that what inspired you to pursue this particular field as your business and career.
Actually, I think in the 30 years career working on the big companies, I always thought that it's a very important knowledge I can share with the next generation, because many times something done wonderfully, if you share the knowledge, there is a knowledge transfer which can help the society, the country, etc. And as it is, I had a passion for teaching, training, mentoring. So we do mentor huge number of students, and quite a lot of them we have been able to help them to get a job. So teaching as a passion, desire to do something socially good, and in our society teachers are highly respected, and I did think that this global knowledge will be, if transferred, there will be a lot of advantage. And then came gradually the valuation field, where we are able to build up the startups in India who are doing wonders for the country, and also taking the advantage of the latest technology. The startups are really flourishing, so we can help them by their valuations, by funding. So the Mergers and acquisitions carried out during my industry career came handy when I was working on the valuation assignments. We also started valuation trainings as well. I would say a huge number has been trained, and that has helped myself also as a learning continuous journey, and also making careers for many. So that is what inspired me, to be honest. That is how the idea came, that my passion and the desire to add social aspect.
Right,
That
sir. That's really commendable. So, moving ahead, we know for a fact that starting anything has never been easy for any one of us. So, what all were the challenging predicaments that you had to go through initially in your journey?
frankly speaking, when somebody gets into his venture, calling it a business or calling it a profession may not appropriately define it, but a venture where you come out of your comfort zone of monthly salary and start doing something for yourself and also for the society, the biggest challenge comes to build your brand. In fact, even the companies whom I am advising or some places where I'm independent director, I clearly see that somebody who has a brand or somebody who is good at marketing strategy or business development, honestly, that is the first challenge every person who wants to go on his own faces. And the fact that one has contacts in industry for 30 years does help. But at the same time, it is different to be in the CFO or director's chair and different to be a consultant meeting the same owners and directors looking for work, consulting assignments, and also corporates where you want to give training. So, number one, business development. Not only for me, I've seen for most of the organizations, most of the businessmen, most of the professionals. To our luck, in last 10 years, the marketing has fundamentally changed. Social media, frankly, has become almost free. Gone are the days where you needed to travel, you needed to put banners, you needed to spend a lot of money on brochures and conferences and whatnot. Today, online marketing has made the market very competitive. At the same time, it is not necessary that the players with big pocket only will go ahead. You do something unique and you can shine ahead. That is where we won the Limca record in 2009, which was awarded in 2011. That gave us a very good head start. Having said that, the technology readiness and constantly adapting with the technology also poses a challenge, because I mean, I'm 66 and I got into this at 53. We did face a problem that, to be honest, every day I'm learning for my own office colleagues who are youngsters between 20 to 30. Because every smallest technology required for telecom or required for computers or laptop or network or servers. To be honest, there was a big advantage that I worked for Reliance Infocom, where audio video conferencing was quite common for us. So you can say with my contemporaries, I was ahead in technology. But with the youngsters, I mean, one has to be constantly running across and catching up, because every day you learn something new. Now, Chat GPT has come, one has to get into it. So, marketing and technology are the bigger challenge. Knowledge, constant research, Honestly, that is a challenge, but when you look at the first two challenges, this looks limited. I must admit that my better half, my wife, Anjali Bhave, from the knowledge side, she had been my perfect friend, partner, even going to the level of guru. So, on the knowledge aspects, fortunately, I have a big asset already existing. But when it comes to marketing and network, yes, we went gung ho on Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Those days we used to have Orkut, and now we get into Instagram. But that's still a challenge. Every day one has to be. Then came COVID, and all this consulting started happening online. So Zoom and all that. Luckily, we were again ahead. So to summarize, business development, technology, knowledge. In this priority order, the challenges are faced. Luckily, big marketing budgets are not required nowadays. So, patience, consistency, organic growth, that helps in this system. That is how we could. But we ensure that the fixed costs don't go up. Okay. We started the concept of work from home. The office was not needed. Wherever we want to meet, we were meeting in small shops or my club. So we did not increase the fixed cost. And that was also, I mean, really chartered accountants' approach to achieving the things with lowest cost, or rather cost accountancy. We succeeded in that. Though, of course, a lot to be done. Honestly speaking, we have not been able to exploit our potential even 20%. So that's about it, Vatika. And in the process, we got the license also from IFRS body, which is a matter of pride. And of course, Indian Achievers Award. We also got Asia Pacific Award. We also got Ed Tech Entrepreneur Award at the hands of Saurabh Ganguly. So this had been helping us quite a lot in building our brand. That's where I'm coming.
Right,
Yeah.
sir. So that's really, really commendable. Moving ahead, tell us in detail about the services with which you cater to your clients.
Let's talk one by one.
Hmm.
One is the training profile.
Okay.
Here we have trained practically all top 10 companies. You take Reliance, you take Tata's, you take many MNCs. We have trained them in the international financial reporting standards. We have trained them on international valuation standards. In fact, I was lucky that the Ministry of Corporate Affairs had invited me to make the question paper itself for the registered valuers exam, which was the concept which came up in the Companies Act 2013 and implemented in 2018. So, corporate and retail, both the types of trainings in IFRS and valuation. Apart from that, we train on finance for non-finance executives or business strategy. Coupled with that, of course, it's a very overlapping business that IFRS and Ind AS implementations, valuation consulting assignments, startup valuation, top up on that, helping to get funding and negotiation. And we got very good clients like Ola Cabs, Pharma Easy to do the Ind AS as well as valuation. Then a few companies, including listed companies, took me as a strategic advisor. So, overall package was made available. We have online plus pre-recorded lectures, and we also do unique valuations, whether it is a business valuation, whether it is merger acquisition valuation, whether it is startup valuations, or whether it is intangibles valuation, or whether it is employee stock option plans valuation. These are the areas not many people touch, but to my luck, the experienced helped and the brand helped. So this is where our suite of you can say products and services: training, consulting, IFRS index valuation, startup advisory. Yeah.
Right, sir. So, since we all have certain plans for our future, what are your future plans?
Well, I would see the future plan is based on two things. One is the growth plan, and it is coupled with where there is a gap in the market. So, what is the growth plan? Happy to say that we already have corporates as well as students in 32 countries. Okay. And the countries rank up like Ethiopia, Norway, Austria, and you name it. Similarly, the Association of Valuation Professionals, which we started, where I am a president, we also have members from Dubai, Australia, London. A lot of my students have been into Canada also. Frankly, any country, any of my student goes, we are able to provide them help, initial help, job help, mentoring help, network connections. So we are able to put our foot there. And why 32 stop at 32? Why not all, I think 195 or 205 number of countries? That is our dream. Currently, we are doing the valuations for Germany, Denmark, etc. I can tell you now that the international valuation standards are also becoming common all over the world. Indians like us, I am sure, are going to achieve the valuation assignments from the world coming to India. India is already software engineer of the world. Now India is becoming the accountant of the world, making balance sheets of the world. You can see latest article on money control, where accounting services now are next in line with software. Software is 45%, while accounts and audit services export is 25%, and is growing at the rate of 38% growth. And that's all because of the international financial reporting standard, that is accounting standard being made common. And the Indians are good at it, of course. Then the other part is the gap where the technology filler or bringing in latest things, whether it is artificial intelligence or whether it is blockchain or whether it is robotics or things like chat GPT, we would like to implement them maybe a little ahead of time if possible. And there are some gaps still. For example, an excellent training course, an excellent advisory package on business valuation or M&A valuation is not available, at least not available at affordable cost. People do some financial modeling, some free courses from Udemy, but a course which fits perfectly, whereby you can use softwares for valuation, you can use. So we wish to get into that niche and fill up that gap. We are already in the process for that. I'm sure we'll succeed. So one is global expansion beyond 32 countries, both in IFRS and valuation. And second, filling up the gap in terms of the products, like a great course on business valuation. Yeah.
Right, sir, and we wish you all the luck for all these plans of yours. So, moving ahead, you must be knowing about the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign prevailing in India right now. So, what are your views on this campaign and how is your organization working towards it?
See, one good thing about this Atmanirbhar is that it creates a confidence among individuals. I have been mentoring not less than, shall I say, 20, 30,000 youngsters on the finance line, and have given 3,000 lectures in last 10 years, 13 years. So around 200, 250 per year. Now, how to make them Atmanirbhar? Simple. One, make them capable to make their own decisions. Don't spoon feed. Give them decision making tools than the decision itself. Unlike a guru or guide or a teacher, a mentor makes you thought provoking. And this is, I would say, the first step for making any of the people you mentor as Atmanirbhar. Now, India becoming accountant of the world, India becoming valuer of the world, and therefore becoming a powerful country all over the world is going to be a great GDP strong country. There are opportunities, there are risks, but India has proved that whether it is army or military or semiconductors or whether it is agricultural, everywhere we are becoming Atmanirbhar. Our contribution goes to the extent of latest international education also brought in India, for the young generation, and going step further, become the service provider for the world. So obviously, the country's growth is going to be huge, and we can each one of us participate to the extent possible. I think in every country now Indians have gone, and the education which we are providing, it is helping them to not only survive but succeed in those countries. So हे विश्वची माझी घरं, but we will certainly be champions by this Atmanirbhar mission. Yeah.
Okay, so sir, first of all, congratulations on winning the Indian Achievers Award for Promising Company. I really want to know that what was the feeling when you came to know that you have won the award, and who all have been your constant supporters in this journey of yours?
Actually, frankly, straightforward answer to this is that I was extremely delighted to get this award. Now, you not only get excited for getting the award, but you get excited, you get delighted to see that the award comes from a reputed body like Indian Achievers Forum. That is creates more excitement because the body which is giving you award is super recognized. I mean, I have high compliments for Indian Achievers Award. More so because they have involved themselves into Atmanirbhar mission, which is our country's first priority. So that gives a great feeling that we got the award from Indian Achievers. And as I already said, my team, my office team, like Dimple, who works with us, Sangam, who works with us, Ashu, who works with us, they have a solid support for me. And honestly, all my past students, they had been big my brand ambassadors. And even the corporates, they are my brand ambassadors. Anybody who have given the consulting, they have told the next client or next student to come to us only. And that has honestly brought our marketing expense to zero because they are our brand ambassador. And all and above all, my wife Anjali Bhave, of course, my parents' blessings, but in terms of the knowledge ones, my wife, who is also in the same field, finance field, had been a big support for. I think without her, it would have been impossible to achieve.
Right, sir. So now, since we know a lot about your professional role, tell us something about your social contributions as well.
Hmm. Social contribution is a very important aspect for any venture, any business, any profession, because that gives you the name. And a classic statement I would like to make here is that a profession like CA, where at one time people were practicing CAs, and now all are going into employments. And there are hardly any mentors who guide them to get into industry, to get overseas, to get into. So I would say one of the significant contribution we have been able to give is getting high quality jobs. Now, obviously, you are not giving jobs. You are giving the knowledge which makes themselves capable to deliver after getting job. But the fact that they can deliver, that can be convinced by way of the completely exhaustive practical training which we give, has resulted into them making brilliant CVs, which we resumes, which we help for, excellent smart communication, and the network to get the interview calls. And I'm happy and I'm proud to say that even during COVID, when many lost the jobs, we help them to get the jobs by using our network. If any company of India, you will find somebody who is either my student or my friend or my well wisher is there. So anybody from the finance field at least, I can happily and proudly say that we have been instrumental to get them jobs. We have been instrumental to do mentoring for them. Now, of course, type of contribution one can give, for me it may be looking simple, but if that is a great value for that person, that's very important. So many times you do not come to know. You might see some of the photographs which I put on LinkedIn. All over India, somebody or the else is sending me. I'm being a foodie. They're sending me chocolates or dry fruits and all that as a Guru Dakshina. And that's all we take. So, really speaking, social contribution of making people employable and marrying the demand and supply in the job market. We have been doing that effectively, successfully, and not just few thousands, but few 10,000s. So I'm happy that I've been a good contributory. Every day I get some or the other calls for mentoring. Yeah.
Right, sir. And before concluding this session, you know that IF is followed not only by mainstream organizations but also those young minds who aspire to be like our achievers someday. So, what is that one message you'd like to give them?
I mean, message to the young generation. One, they are built up in the powerful India. They are grown up in a powerful India. So what they need to do is they should be unique with unique business model. And one of the most important thing is build relationships. If you build good relations constantly, it will always help. In fact, I have gone through the challenges of building up relationships. And then keep up to date. Keep up to date. In fact, as early as 1985, I was called one of the most pragmatic, computer knowledgeable chartered accountant. So, on the similar lines, now that ABCDR and the latest things are coming, one, they should be constantly upgraded, and second, they should keep on building relationship, crossing the geographical boundaries, community boundaries. And that is what the world is open thanks to social media marketing, which was not there for previous generation. So build relation, upgrade in technology, and grow well through unique ideas. That will be my one line message to the younger generation.
And that I must say is a great piece of advice. Thank you so much for joining with us today. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we hope that you continue to inspire people of all ages forever. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.